I would just suggest that you clearly label the items. Anything specific for your child that you don't want them to lose. Again, there's a lot of items that get lost at camp, especially with kids. A lot of things that get left behind. So if their name's put on it, we know who it belongs to. If not, it's a lot of times it's up for grabs, and unfortunately it goes into a trash unless somebody claims it. So clearly label all the items. At the end of the day, all campers are responsible for their items, so make sure that your kid understands that these are their belongings. This is a great opportunity to teach them responsibility on keeping their stuff organized, keeping their stuff in order. We don't want any of their stuff getting lost, or them coming home without clothes, or them coming home missing shoes, or missing certain items that you really want them to keep. But just make sure, talk with them, let them know that this is something that they will have to do in life. But this is a good opportunity to teach them that responsibility to keep up with their items. Again, they'll need to have closed-toed shoes to ride the go-karts. Let's see here. What to expect at camp. So, of course, everything's air-conditioned dorms. They have go-karts, they have a swimming pool, they have water sports, all different other types of activities. They have special assemblies, they have services, they have different recreation type events. There's a concession stand in a camp store, so they have ice cream, candy, soft drinks, t-shirts, and all other different types of novelties. So what they recommend as far as the allowance is $4 to $10 per day per child. So just kind of look at your budget, figure out how much money you want to send with your child for them to be able to spend at the concessions. Again, there will be water. If a kid needs some water, they can just go up and get water. But if they want anything else out of the store or any other type of treats late at night, they'll need to have some money to be able to spend. Just let them know how much money you're sending with them, how much money they need to be able to spend each day. Again, we don't want kids spending all their money at the front half of the week and not have anything for the back half of the week. So make sure that you're planning that accordingly. So the last thing we have is our medications. If your child has any medication, you should have already filled that on your registration form. But if your child is going to be taking any medication during that week, there are certain regulations that they have to abide by in order to administer that medication. So you've already sent out the forms. We've already sent that to the camp. They already have those forms on hand. I will have another copy of that form that you've already filled out that will go with the medication that we will give to them whenever we arrive there on that Monday. But any prescription medication that you have will need to be in a blister pack. It needs to have that medical form accompanying the meds. So, I mean, they'll have some blister packs there if you don't have one already. But any over-the-counter medications, such as ibuprofen, Tylenol, things like that, that will also need to be placed in a Ziploc bag and turned into the nurse. They don't want any medications in the dorms, don't want to run any risk or have any opportunity for that to occur. So make sure your kids aren't packing any medications in their bag. All medications must be turned into the camp nurse. Inhalers, things like that. Bring all that all those medications. If you want to bring them Sunday, so that way we can go ahead and get everything in order. If not, make sure you're there early enough on Monday for us to get all that information together and make sure we have all that in one spot. What we want to do is when we get to camp on Monday, we want to have all the medications for all of our campers in one hand and turn all those into the camp nurse, so that way everything is in order. As far as what to expect all week, we'll go over more of those details on Sunday, but we want to make sure that we're communicating as much information to you about how much fun your child is having that entire week. So we'll be getting some information to you on Sunday on how you can stay connected next week. To see how much fun your child's having and how much about God that they're learning and how they're experiencing and growing closer to God. So we want to definitely make sure that you are in the loop as far as what's going on, and so that way you can experience this moment with them. In my life, camp was a life-changing moment, and as a parent, you want to be able to witness that with your child. So we want to definitely allow you to be a part of that and experience that. But as far as Friday is concerned, so we'll be coming back on Friday. The camp will close around 10 o'clock on Friday. So I'm estimating, based off how it went last year, we'll probably be leaving the campground around 10:30. We'll get up that early, get everything packed in the van, and so that way, whenever their closing ceremonies and things are like that are over, we can just load up on the van and start heading home. So I anticipate us leaving about 10:30 on that Friday. We'll stop again for lunch in Russellville around 11:45ish, and then we'll stop around at Alma to drop off the student there around 1 o'clock, and then we'll arrive at the church around 2 p.m. So you'll be able to pick up your child at 2 p.m. on that Friday at the church. So that's all the information that I have at this time. Again, if you all have any other questions, any other specific information that you need to know, feel free to reach out to me. My number is 479-422-4240 if you don't already have it, or you can reach out to Amy at 479-790-6482. So if no one else has any other questions, then just get everything packed. Let your kids know that this is going to be an exciting time. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll see all of you Sunday, those of you who are able to make it. Again, if you're not able to make that meeting on Sunday, just please let me or Amy know so we can get the additional information to you. But either way, we'll see everyone Sunday, and we'll see you for sure Monday at 8:15. All right? So we appreciate everyone, and have a great evening.